Tonight is a taste of France. We're making a Croque Monsieur, a delicious sandwich developed in the cafes of Paris in the early 20th century. This French treat is made with toasted brioche bread, sliced honey maple ham, Gruyere cheese, and a tasty bechamel sauce. Like any other recipe, Croque Monsieur can be made a different way depending on which bistro you choose to dine in when you're in France. We had the great fortune to be in Paris just last week for the New Year, and we noticed that some of the cafes top their sandwiches with bechamel sauce while others do not. The Croque Monsieur sandwich that we're making tonight is a triple-decker of tasty ham, Gruyere cheese, topped with freshly made bechamel sauce, and a pinch of cinnamon and nutmeg. It's a taste of Paris in the kitchen tonight. Croque Monsieur. It's going to be delicious, so stick around and we'll show you how we make it. My name is Mark Phillips. I've been in the food and beverage business for over 30 years. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to be in over 10,000 kitchens from around the world. Each week, I travel to a different city and get the opportunity to call on some of the most amazing chefs in the industry. The Kitchen of Chef Mark is a channel dedicated to showing you how you too can make fine dining, restaurant quality food right in your own home. We'll travel together, we'll cook together, and we'll have some fun along the way. Welcome to the Kitchen of Chef Mark. Now let's get cooking. Tonight is a taste of France. Croque Monsieur, a delicious sandwich that originated in France in the early 1900s. Made with toasted brioche bread, sliced honey maple ham, Gruyere cheese, and a tasty bechamel sauce made from butter, flour, milk, sugar, fresh ground pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Our mise en place for tonight's dish is 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 1/4 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a half teaspoon each of salt and pepper, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And for the sandwich, you'll need 6 slices of brioche bread, unsalted butter, 16 slices of honey maple ham, and 8 slices of Gruyere or Gouda cheese. To toast the bread, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Place the bread onto a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and place it in the oven for 5 to 6 minutes until the bread is toasted. Next, we'll get the bechamel sauce ready. Put the butter into a small pot on low heat. Once the butter is melted, add in the flour and whisk it for 2 to 3 minutes until smooth. Add in the sugar, the nutmeg and cinnamon, and the salt and pepper, and whisk it all together. By now the bread should be toasted, so remove it from the oven. Slowly add the milk to the pot and whisk it in. Remember to keep the heat on low because we don't want the milk to burn. After a few minutes, the bechamel sauce will thicken. Using a large spoon, begin to put the bechamel sauce onto the slices of toasted bread. Make sure that the sauce coats the bread thoroughly. We'll start to build the sandwich with the sliced ham first. Try to keep it fluffy by folding the ham into small portions, and then add the cheese. Now we're using Gouda cheese here, but the traditional Croque Monsieur is made with Gruyere cheese, which is shredded. Add another few spoonfuls of the bechamel sauce on top of the cheese, then stack one of the slices of bread on top. Repeat the process with the ham and the cheese and add the last piece of bread to the top of the sandwich. Add some more bechamel sauce to the bread and then add another slice of the cheese. Turn the oven up to 400 degrees and place the Croque Monsieur into the oven for about 10 minutes. You can also place it under the broiler for a minute or 2 at the end if you like your cheese bubbly and browned. Place your sandwich onto a cutting board and slice it in half. We're now ready to plate our dish. And there it is, A taste of France. Croque Monsieur, made with toasted brioche bread, sliced honey maple ham, Gouda cheese, and topped with a sweet and savory Béchamel sauce. It was delicious. Until next time, bon appetit.